Okay, let's get this moving. We don't have much time. I'm gonna close the door real quick. Okay. Alright, so continue on from the flight we had last time. As some of you are aware, we had a decompression issue. Our aircraft was not sealing, so we were not getting pressurized. And yeah, that caused us to come back to Malta, make an emergency landing. More like a precautionary landing. So yeah, we're gonna go to Rome. Short flight, hour and 16 minutes. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the airplane and get this thing started. Got a bunch of final exams today. All my finals went perfect. Can't complain. Alright. Yes, let's go ahead and zoom in. 67 is the sweet spot, 66 is fine. Alright. 37 minutes out from departure. So let's go ahead and start briefing this up and make sure I have everything set up well, so we don't run into any issues. This is working sweet. It's working and we're good. So current time is 7 o'clock, 7:10 here. We'll be departing here in the next 35 minutes. 37 minutes it says here. And nighttime departure, nighttime arrival into Rome. Beautiful sunset here in Malta. As you see some orange pinkish clouds over there. So yeah, without more delay, let's go ahead and start briefing this up. Alright. Block fuel today, 19,157 pounds. We'll climb up to 34,000. Estimated time we're out 1 hour and 16 minutes. 39 on the cost index. And cool Gonzo 3 Delta departure. Latina 3 Bravo arrival. Kind of the same thing we already seen. Okay, so runway 3113 is closed for takeoff and landing, except it's available for class Delta or higher code letter aircraft. Okay. So it's open for us, not open for like category B or C or A aircraft. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Trying to get this quick flight in. Since I'm doing that career mode, I don't want to I don't want to fall behind on the schedule. I actually want to try advancing in it, so I have to grind it out here. Kind of grind out these flights. I got my first paycheck from the pilot program. Here, I'll show you. I got paid a whopping $62. So here's my inbox, and then here is my salary. Your bank account has been credited with $62.12. So that's how much flying time I did. So that's why I want to grind it out and try to get some of these flights done. All right. Yeah, so this is all good. Let's look at weather and then start getting everything ready. Destination. Let's see, we get there around 22 Zulu. Okay, I see. Oh, so there's possibility of some thunderstorms over there, but right now winds are 160 at 13, so expect from 16 left, like we did before. Here in Malta, we got QNH 1011 and 330 at 6. Good. Cool. Let's take a look again. Some significant weather, some cumulus clouds. Oh, I'm not on the right screen. And some cumulus clouds and occasional embedded clouds from 10,000 to 35 in my experience. So we'll just look out for that. So we got counterclockwise rotation, so like a low pressure system. You might expect a little bit of bumps on the way in, some updrafts. Cool. Alright, let's start setting up.
Roger.
Alright, this can stay like that. I love how smooth the performance is in this airport. Like I can actually fly well. Ditching is set, and this is all looking good. Batteries are being charged. Fuel pumps. We'll go ahead and go in and load this aircraft. And that's all good over there. And then we'll look at the GOZA 3 Delta departure. Top altitude should be 5,000. Engine oil quantities looking good. Pressure is looking good. Hydraulics all in the green. View is good. Conditioner. We're gonna leave the windows closed this time. I'm not gonna risk it. Wheels, temperature, brakes are looking good. Alright. Frequencies are set. Radar is turned off. Throttle's idle. Norm cut off. Transponder set. This is good. This is good. And rudder trim to neutral. Parking brake is set. Everything is looking good. Yeah, we're not going to open the windows this time. May 14th. Looking good. Alright, that looked good. AMC 612 is our flight number, and our cost index is 39. We're coming up to 34,000, and temperature outside is 19. Travel pause is at 3849. Go ahead and request the winds. So that's good. We're going to expect runway 31 for departure. And the GOZA 3 Delta departure. Insert that. What's nice about doing these departures a lot of times is that you know what to look for, and it's a quick, easy setup. Makes things really quick. So that runway 31. However, that's when complacency can happen. So we have to be on top of that. So we got departure, we'll fly 312 and then heading 305. 8 miles out at or above 2500. Then we go to Goza VOR, and then from there, as filed, to Sopier, Maybach, and XE, B-roll, Benz, and then NEC P, and then Latina VOR. Over here, this is where we got confused last time. We loaded up the wrong thing, so we're going to expect the ILS 16 left. Whiskey is what we got assigned last time, so we'll go ahead and do that. So we got ILS Whiskey, and we're going to come in on the Lat 3 Bravo. The Lat 3 Bravo. This is the Lat 3 Bravo. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the Lat. We might get the Lat 3 Alpha though. I don't know. Whichever one they assign us to. We have to be aware of that. For right now, we're going to do the Lat 3 Bravo. That's what we're filing for. We'll come in at Exama. Cool. So from the Latino VOR, we should be going up 414, and the Roma VOR, the Rome VOR, and then the Gokba X-Rax. And then, okay, so that comes onto the other side, so this is definitely something we have to see what ATC assigns us, but for right now we filed for the Lat 3 Bravo. So if we get cleared as filed, then this is what we can expect. Alright, then we got X-Rax. And then let's KEPAP RF22, 423, 424, 26, 27, 28, and Suvok, and then go into Exama. So this is where we might have a little bit of a discrepancy. We need to see what we're going to get. So it wants us to come in. We should be coming in at Suvok, not Exama then. So let's go ahead and change this to that. Insert. So beer, and then we should have fuel. 19160. That looks good to me. Turn that on. Turn this on. Alright. Verify we have the right fuel on board. 19156. We have 19160. Sweet. And then, alright, at Suvok, then we're going to do a slight left turn, Maven, and then join the ILS approach, or OS-X-RU, I don't know how to pronounce that. And then we got the missed approach there. Excellent. How are you today? I am feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit sore after the volleyball game, I'll be honest. Not like the first week. Last week was alright. Actually, last week I was more sore. Today I'm just more beat up because I guess the sand that we played at Valentina's house was a little bit more rocky. Like it has a little bit more shells in it. The one on Liberty's campus was a little bit more fine, so since I was doing a lot of diving yesterday, I got a little bit of cuts and rashes around on my body, but I'm doing okay. How about yourself? How's your day been? Are you feeling sore? Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, I like playing volleyball. It's been fun. Everyone needs to get better. I'm just kidding. Cool. So that's aligning. Cockpit preparation checklist. Cockpit preparation checklist.
Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Fuel quantity.
19,160 pounds.
Seat belts.
On.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Barrow ref.
1011 set.
1011 set. Cockpit preparation checklist completed.
Yeah, we left around 9 because I got home around like 9:10ish or something like that. Because Logan, I don't know if you know, but originally we went to the intramural courts, like we went to last week, but then we got there and then the worker there said that if we don't have a student ID, we can't play there. So we all left and we ended up at Valentina's house, and she doesn't have the lights over there, so we pretty much left as soon as the sun went down. I do gotta take it easy with the volleyball. You see, whenever I play sports, I like to go way too hard in it, and that's how I end up hurt, so I gotta chill out. Daniel, next time if we play on Sunday, and you go, I need you to keep me in check, because I can't hurt myself. Actually, yeah, we'll be there this Sunday. Okay. Right, let's focus. So,
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
They already started boarding anyways. So, takeoff weight 146.2, perfect. And that's good. Calculate that. And hopefully we can get somewhat of a sunset departure. Looks like we might get out of here after that. The key is stretching, you are right. The key is stretching, yeah. However, if we do play at Valentina's house, I was a little scared about that hill that was right next to the court. I don't want to break my leg going down there or something.
This way, please. Good evening. This way.
Yeah.
Welcome on board.
Alright, we got V1, 149, 149, and 150, flaps 1, down 0.1, flex takeoff,
Welcome on
63
board.
degrees. Cool.
This way, please. Welcome on
I
board.
kind of want to do a toga takeoff. I want to see how fast we can get up. I'm going to do something crazy. We're going to do a toga takeoff and a pax off
Good
takeoff.
evening.
And you'll see the V speeds are a little bit the same. It's not too bad. But we're going to maximize the thrust that we can get off of
This
these
way,
engines.
please. Welcome on board.
So we're going to try it. Because I haven't done a toga takeoff in a while. In theory, for the company, I should be saving engine life. But for today, we're just going to do it.
This
Alright,
way.
so init data is good, performance is good, flight plan plage is good, fuel prediction, we'll get that next. And this we'll go ahead and put
Welcome on board.
the ILS or 33 left here, just in case. Last time it came in clutch because we had to come back and land here, so it was nice to be able to pull up the secondary for the first time. I never intended on actually doing it. And the one day I actually used it came in handy.
Welcome on board.
So
Good
let's
evening.
go. That's good there. Secondary flight plane is set up. Cool. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Hello. This
Cool.
way, please.
So we are at the ramp here. We'll expect to push back and face south. Well, we haven't gotten our clearance yet, so we'll go ahead and get that in a little bit after this brief.
Good
We'll
evening.
taxi to runway 31. Probably get Charlie and then hold short of Charlie there. Go backtrack 31 and
Welcome on board.
make sure we're paying attention to all hold short
Good evening.
instructions. We got 10,991 feet of runway available for us. This will be a left-hand seat takeoff. For any failures prior to V1, we'll board takeoff, we'll power to idle, then apply the brakes and get out, or abort our takeoff, I should say. Our V1 speed is 150, the VR speed is 150, and we'll climb out at 152. Transition altitude is, we'll get that with our ATIS here in a little bit, which is going to be our next step, so let me go ahead and put that. And then
Passengers bus is coming.
we'll do flaps 1 takeoff and a flex, and do a toga takeoff, actually packs off. So just to kind of experiment with the engine, see how they sound and how it feels. It's been a while since I've done a toga takeoff, so it's going to be really loud and nice, so it'll be fun. Cool. So we'll be doing the Goza 3 Delta departure. We'll pretty much fly runway heading 305 and then turn left 312, 8 miles DME. We'll climb at or about 2,500, which we should be well above that. And then at the Goza VOR, we'll continue as filed. And for any emergencies, we do have the ILS 31 built up in our secondary in case we need to come back. Weather's pretty good. Winds are straight down the pipe of the runway. Just a slight crosswind. And clear skies and visibility is good. We might expect a little bit of bumps on the way to Rome, but should be a good flight.
Welcome on board.
Gonna do one normal. Complacency is a threat today.
This way, please.
Yeah, flex temperature. Packs off and take off.
Boarding pass, please. Hello.
Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, sweet. So let's go ahead and listen to our ATIS.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
2.17 QNH 1011. Vehicle conditions. Landing and departing runway 31. Transition level 070. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Good evening.
Nuclear airport information, Papa.
It's toga takeoff. I had to look it up.
Wind speed
Hello.
25 at 6. Temperature
Hello.
You were thinking about a Roman toga.
vehicle conditions.
No, yeah, it's a toga takeoff. So the TO stands for takeoff, the GA stands for go around. So whenever they say toga, and it's only specific to this airplane. You can see like
Welcome on board.
the last arrow here on the thrust on the throttles. It says toga. So it just sends takeoff, go around, and that applies the maximum amount of thrust that the engines can
Hello.
produce. So.
May I see your boarding pass?
And then whenever you do a flex takeoff, it means that you're flexing the, so whenever I say flex takeoff temperature,
Good evening.
pretty much you are reducing the amount of power that the engines need. Pretty much when you have toga takeoff, you only really need to use it for when you actually need it, for like a short runway or heavy aircraft or something like that. However, on these operations, like the runway's 10,900 feet long, and we're not super heavy. You don't need a full thrust power that the engines can provide. That actually ends up damaging the engines more. So you flex the takeoff temperature to make the engines think that they're hotter than they are, so that it reduces the amount of thrust that it provides, if that makes any sense. So you're flexing that temperature.
This way, please. This way, please.
Yeah, that's toga takeoff. Let me go ahead and listen to this ATIS.
Good evening.
Zulu, wind speed 25 at 6. Temperature 19, 2.17. QNH 1011. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runway 31. Transition level 070. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa. Malta airport information, Papa. 1802 Zulu. Wind speed 25 at 6. Temperature 19, 2.17. QNH 1011. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runway 31. Transition level 070. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa. Malta airport information, Papa. 18.
Cool. Surprisingly enough, they are done boarding. Wow, that's very quick. Yeah, so then part of the takeoff, we're actually gonna, the PAX. The PAX is another fancy word for the air conditioning. pretty much whenever we're flying, the pack system, how it works, the air conditioning works, so it grabs air from the engine and it ducts it through and it pressurizes it, and whenever it's pressurized, it'll lower in pressure and also cool down, and then that cool air is then ducted through the aircraft to provide air conditioning. That air also is what helps seals the cabin and provides air into the cabin to make it a certain PSI level. And the reason why you turn it off for a toga takeoff sometimes is so that way the engine is using up all the air that it possibly can, so it's like 100% efficient. So that way all that air can be used to make it into engine power, pretty much, for combustion, I should say. Go Rome or go home. We're going to Rome and we're going home. All right. Cool. We're a little distracted, so let's focus now. We're well ahead of schedule, so we're good. Let's go ahead and talk to ATC 121.6 and get our clearance. I'm going to close the door. So happy that today I finished both my final exams, so I'm done with all my classes apart from the 4 flights I have remaining, and then it's officially summer break. Yes, we're buying togas.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Okay, thanks.
No problem, have a safe flight.
Alright, go ahead and request our IFR clearance, Mr. First Officer.
Air Malta 612, looking to pick up our clearance to Fiumicino.
Air Malta 612, Luca ground, expect runway 31, Gozo 3 Delta departure, squawk 2133.
Gozo 3 Delta departure, squawk 2133, Air Malta 612.
Alright, cool. So we already briefed up that departure.
Read back, correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
2133.
Local Air Malta 612.
And we already got the Gozo 3 departure set up on there. And we got runway 31. Cool. So let's go ahead and turn this light off so we can start working on our night vision. And we already tested all these. This is all looking good. Cool. And ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we'd like to welcome you on board Air Malta 612 service to Rome. My name is Captain Gio. Alongside with me and my flight crew, we'd like to welcome you on board today's flight, and we thank you for choosing us for your primary source of travel. Current time is 7:36 p.m. and we're looking at departing here in the next couple minutes and get out here a little bit early. And we plan on getting to Rome around, excuse me. Yes, we'll plan on getting around Rome to about 9:25 p.m. About an hour and 16-minute flight. Cruise up to about 34,000 feet. Winds are coming out from the west. We should expect a pretty smooth departure, and then we'll climb up and level off, and you can expect the seatbelt signs to come off shortly after that. However, we do ask that if you are in your seats that you remained with your seatbelts fastened, as unexpected turbulence can be encountered. Flight attendants will make their way around the cabin to verify the security of the aircraft as well as any of your needs. We thank you for flying with us, and flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. Stand by for all call, arm doors, and cross-check. Alright. Before start checklist.
Parking brake.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Set and checked.
Takeoff speeds and thrust.
Alright, V1 150, VR 150, V2 151, flaps 1, toga. Set and checked.
V1 150, VR 150, V2 151, beacon.
On.
Before start checklist completed.
Departure
Alright,
check
go ahead and
completed.
request pushback, please.
Bypass pin inserted.
Air Malta 612 at ramp 6, request pushback.
I was kind of hoping we get a sunset departure. You see the time zone is not the same as it is because the sun is still up
612.
over here in Virginia.
Locking gear.
Verify windows are closed. I see the red. Cool. And we're gonna go ahead and push nose left.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay. Starting engine 2.
Okay.
Part of the procedure with doing a PAX off takeoff is as we pull up to the hold short line, we'll turn off the PAX and get our clearance to take off. From there, we will take off, put full thrust in it, and then as we climb out and establish a positive rate of climb, we'll put the PAX back on so it can start putting air into the cabin and pressurizing the aircraft. The lighting in the game looks really good. Take the engine.
Set parking brakes.
Okay, brakes set. Starting engine 1.
Okay.
I feel like engine 2 started very quickly.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, 2 good engine starts. After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off
ECAM status.
and checked. Checked.
Pitch trim.
0.1% set.
Rudder trim.
Neutral.
After start checklist completed.
Flight control check.
Ready.
Oh, dude. Hell yes. Sorry. Alright. Say again? Oh. Full up?
Full up.
There you go.
Full down.
Got a text, sorry.
Neutral.
Distracted
Full
flying.
left. Full right. Neutral, full left. Full right. Neutral.
Okay. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Okay. And Air Malta 612 ready for taxi.
Air Malta 612, taxi via Victor, Uniform Tango Charlie.
Runway 31 taxi via Victor. Uniform Tango Charlie Air Malta 612.
Alright. Let me see. Cool. Cool. Yes, go ahead.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Awesome, thank you. Cabin is secure for takeoff. Taxi checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. Radar and predictive wind shear system.
On and auto.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Taxi checklist completed.
Not many people departing right now. Just us. So good. Hopefully we don't have to wait like we have been last time.
Air Malta 612, contact local tower 135.1.
135.1.
Contact tower 135.1 Air Malta 612. Have a good afternoon.
Right, let them know we're holding short.
Air Malta 612 holding short, runway 31.
Air Malta 612, backtrack runway 31, call when ready for departure.
Okay.
Backtrack runway 31, call when ready. Air Malta 612.
Runway entry procedure.
Takeoff runway confirmed.
Check.
Approach path clear of traffic.
Alright, checked. Flight attendant seats for takeoff, please. Alright, air conditioning is now turned off, so this is going to be a bit uncomfortable for the passengers as we're going to backtrack the runway. It might take a little while, so bear with me. For those of you sitting back there, I'm sorry. I'll see if I can get some complimentary napkins for you guys. For the inconvenience of having no air conditioning. Alright. Looks like we're pretty much the only ones using the runway right now. No one's on departure or arrival, so we should hopefully get a speedy takeoff out of here. Your coffee's getting warmer, yeah. So is everyone sitting there. Everyone's starting to sweat. I actually have a horror story of, I did a flight from, what was it, Pensacola, it was from Orlando to Pensacola with Silver Airways. If you've never flown with them, they're based out of Florida, and they're the ones that have the pink twin prop airplane. And I flew out of Orlando, and it was like 90-something degrees outside, and their air conditioning wasn't working. Oh my gosh, it was so brutal. because like 90 degrees outside, so you can imagine what it is inside of the airplane. It was so hot. On top of that, the airplane's small, so you're like crammed next to people. But thankfully, once the airplane's turned on, that's when the engine's running. That's when they'll start the air conditioning. Right. Ready for departure, man.
Air Malta 612, ready for departure. Runway 31.
Air Malta 612, look at tower, wind 3257, runway 31, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 31, cleared for takeoff. Air Malta 612.
Line up checklist.
Takeoff runway.
Runway 31 confirmed.
Approaching.
Runway
3, 1.
confirmed. TCAS.
TARA.
Packs 1 and 2.
Off.
Lineup checklist completed.
Alright, let's go do our toga takeoff.
On runway 3, 1.
Checks. Takeoff.
Check.
50%. When the performance is really good, I love it. Everything's just so smooth. Mantoga SRS runway on throttle blue.
Checked. Thrust set.
You can really hear the engine screaming now.
100 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Contact Lupa radar departure 128.15. Air Malta 612.
Thrust climb.
Lupa radar, Air Malta 612.
I love the view of
Packs
the
are
city
on.
right now. It looks really pretty. Have your seatbelt on. Well, I'll talk. Hopefully the flight attendants don't find out. Flap 0.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
He's flying on his own now. Well, that's part of the policy, man. Seatbelts don't really work anyways. We're a low-cost carrier that's just duct tape. It's when you bought the ticket, you technically signed a waiver of liability.
1,000 to go.
So we're not held liable, I'm sorry. Depends on the friend. Oh, hey, I think the controller gave us an altitude to fly to. Set altitude 17,000. I feel like the PFD is a little bit too bright here. There we go.
Altimeter setting.
Standard cross-checked. Passing flight level. 073. Now.
Autopilot 1 on. Boom. it is dark, and that's just, we have a little bit of sunlight still remaining. It can get way darker, trust me. I've done, well, I'm sure maybe you've seen on the long hauls that we did over the winter break, like whenever it was like middle of the night, yeah, that was dark. You really didn't see anything. Above 10,000, lights come off. Seatbelt signs. It's pretty smooth conditions, so we'll turn them off. Alright, Logan, you can get back to your seat now. The seatbelt signs turned off. Logan knows his stars. That one looks pretty prominent. Turn this one off around here. I don't know. That is a very good question. I don't know, to be honest. If it was, I'd be surprised. But I don't think it is. I think it's just a copy. Well, hold on. Hear me out. I'm thinking what it is that it's literally just a copy and paste of like this, like, I don't know, some sort of satellite image. And they just imposed it on the atmosphere. So maybe it is accurate, yeah. It probably doesn't move as it should. But it probably is accurate. Like that, I know the cluster of 3 in a line. I know that's a constellation there. I don't know which one it is. I'm not a star guy.
Malta Control, Air Malta 612 through flight level 145, flight level 170. Climb to flight level 340, Air Malta 612.
$1,000 to go.
Alright, we can come up to 34,000 now. According to a guy on Reddit, they are accurate. Huh. Very cool. I mean, yeah, like I said, they probably... Well, like, what do you mean accurate? Like, do they actually move around the Earth? Or is it just like what I said earlier, it's just an image imposed onto the atmosphere? That's what my thought process is. Let's see. Wow, it is bright back there, so let's go ahead and dim the cabin lights because I'm sure they're not very happy with that. Let's go ahead and do 0. It's a little better. I love seeing how quirky the passengers look. Let's go see what they're doing back there. Oh, sweet. Alright, close your ears. Some of the passengers look really disgusting because whenever they don't load fully. Oh, we got a full cabin today. Like, look at this guy. What the heck is that thing? He's like a RuneScape character. Got the open seats over here. Another open seat over here. Everyone's just kind of chilling out. That guy's reading a magazine. What is he reading? Family business. Oh. These guys aren't doing anything. She's on her phone. That guy's playing Mario Kart. Like he's on his iPad. No, he's on his magazine. Reading the airline magazine. I think there's one with the iPad. That guy's playing Mario Kart too. I haven't seen that one before. It's a new model, it looks like. Everyone's kind of... Oh, these guys are having a conversation. It's cool. They're having a conversation, them too. Between D and E flat. Are you talking about the sound of the airplane on the outside? Alright, we're climbing up to 26,000 now. Not too much to go here. We gotta monitor the weather because there was some reports on the TAP about a thunderstorm coming in to Rome, and I do see some radar popping in with some heavy precipitation being reported and a little bit on the descent path, so we're gonna have to look at that. Just monitor the MEDAR, see how it looks. As of right now, we're still good. Did drop down a marginal VFR, so there's a likelihood of the next couple should hold by the time we get over there. We'll see. Let's start getting ready to make our passenger announcement here. So we get there, our top of descent will be at 1942, so the next 40 minutes, and then we'll get on the ground in 20 minutes after that, pretty much, which is 2006 Zulu. Oh man. For us, that's let's see here. That would be 9 o'clock, 9:06. All right. Once we level off, I'll make that announcement. a very short flight, just about an hour, just a little over an hour. I'm really looking forward to the Catania flights. Let's look at the career profile here. This is our current flight. Right now we're transitioning to the cruise. Our next flight says it is back to Malta. We're doing this first one. We'll be going back to Malta after this one, which I don't think I'll be doing it tonight. But then after that, we actually get to go to Catania, yes, which I'm looking forward to that one. That's the one with the volcano nearby. So, and it's very, very short flight. It's only, look, the departure time here is reported to be at 20:55, and then we arrive at 21:40. So it's literally a 45-minute flight. Very short. Do pilots use UTC? Yes, we use UTC, and it's annoying, but we use UTC. Yeah. What is it? Is it not showing? It is showing. I don't know why it's black. I think my shortest flight was close to about 35 minutes to 40 minutes. It was a flight from, let me think. It was a flight from Dallas, Fort Worth to Lawton, Oklahoma. And it was for my MOS training for the military. And it was a good flight because I was upgraded to the business class. But it was really sad because the flight only lasted like 30 minutes. So, but it was, I felt like royalty, man. I got first seating. I sat down, and before the plane even finished loading passengers, the flight attendant was giving me coffee and everything. Yeah, it is kind of annoying, especially because UTC still has like the time zone division. So it's like over here in Virginia, it's on the East Coast, it's -4 during the daylight savings, and then -5 when it's not. I don't even know. So let's start looking at the arrival. 16 left. Go ahead and load that up. You can kind of see that the weather is starting to drop. Before it was kind of like the clouds weren't really there, but now the clouds are coming broken 3,000. So it's getting marginal VFR. And then estimated fuel on board will be 127.6 plus 11.9.
$1,000 to go.
139.5. And we can do low auto brakes and max reversers, because like last time it will probably be a long taxi, so we want to get off on the last available high-speed exit we can, so that way we can maximize our or minimize our taxi time. My plans for the weekend, or for this week. Tomorrow I should be, like I said earlier, I finished my 2 finals today, so I have no more classes, so all I have to do is my 4 flights that I have left. So tomorrow I might be doing 2 flights in a row, trying to catch up on my units before we leave to Puerto Rico. And then Look how beautiful this shot is right now. Holy cow. That is amazing. That is beautiful right now. The sunset and the lighting. Anyways. And then, other than that, honestly, yeah, just trying to do my 4 flights that I have remaining. And then, I know flight operations are closed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, I need to get a haircut too. Thank you for reminding me. And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we have leveled off at our flight level 34,000 feet. We're looking like on good timing over to Rome. We'll be commencing our top of descent here in the next 30 minutes or so. So you can expect the seatbelt signs to be off for right now. We do ask that if you are in your seats to fasten your seatbelts, as unexpected turbulence could happen. And we'll call you back and give you an update once we're closer to that top of the descent. And looking like getting on the ground at Rome around 9 o'clock, 9:05, and then probably another 10 minutes or so until we get to the gate. And we think flying with us, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Schedule my haircut as well. Man, we're just riddled with thunderstorms here, aren't we? Oh no, he's not available until... I guess I can take it. Let me see here. The wedding is until the 17th. We supposedly leave on the 14th. What do you think, Mr. First Officer? Should I get my haircut on the 9th or the 10th? Oh, I guess he doesn't care. I guess the freshest the better, right? The fresher the better. Alright, this guy doesn't have availability till 12:40 p.m. I guess that works with me. guess that can work. I just hope that, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let me see, maybe Friday will work better. Oh, wait, oh yeah, Friday's way open. I think I'm gonna just do it on Friday. Early in the morning. Yeah. Okay, at the store. I go to Sharp Top Barbershop, located in Windhurst, so not too far from here. Logan, have you been playing any more Oblivion recently? I played a little bit. I'm at the point where I got the 4 books, and then I'm trying to find out where to go next. I also got into the arena. The arena is kind of easy to make money, so it's kind of what I've been doing. Press that weather to see what it says. Right now it's reporting the same thing we said earlier. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that's like the one step before I'm at, so not too far. kind of start seeing the lights of Rome coming up. The little mountains over there. See what kind of other places our company flies to. Alright. Job market. Oh, I'm going to be doing this event, I think. If I have the time for it, I'm going to do it. It's a flight from Cancun to Minneapolis, and they pay $300 and give 200 hex speed. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that, because I could use the money. Right. So I want to go see what my company does. How do I look at that? I guess I can just look it up here. Air Malta. So, our company looks like they fly obviously from Malta, and we go to Rome, we go to Catania, we go to Madrid. That should be a fun one. There's a lot of cool places that we fly to. We go to London, we go to Paris, we go to Brussels, Amsterdam, Berlin, Munich, Vienna, Zurich, Milan. There's a bunch of cool flights that we can do. So we're not just limited to Rome and Catania. So yeah, it'll be fun to do some of these flights. Apply company form. What's this? Hello there. Are these real people? I think it is. Hello. Hey, you. Hello there, tall. Normal, I keep friends with the airline I fly only, and thanks a lot. I'm new here, and it's a pleasure to fly with you to South Korea. Hi. Pretty cool. Oh man. Okay, so this is actually kind of cool. It gives you a seniority number. This is extremely realistic. So it gives you a number based off like your hire date, and everyone below you is the newer hires. So the leader, I guess, is this guy, Jorgen Schaefer. He's a captain. He's done 50 flights in 61 hours. It's kind of low for 50 hours, or 50 flights. You can't see the screen? Oh, I see what you mean. Because it's not showing the entire, all the windows, I guess. It's a pop-up window. So this is the guy I'm talking about. And we're all the way down here. This is all of Air Malta's company pilots right now. And we are, where are we? I think I'm like, I just lost my, there I am, 263. I'm number 263 out of 274, or actually no, 301. So, we're not extremely junior, at least. We're not the most junior. However, we are on the very bottom of the list. Let's see what, my goal is to go to like American Airlines, so let's see how that is. So you got American Airlines. It looks like 337 jobs are available. It's taking forever to load. Dang, look at how many routes that they have though. That's crazy. Let's look at the company forum first. Cool. Check out the leaderboard. Senior captain, 3,862 hours, 807 flights. This guy's been grinding. Holy moly. This guy's been grinding on flight sim. This guy's semi-retired. I don't know what that means. How is someone semi-retired from the airlines? I don't know. How many? There's 2,399. And looks like this guy's most recently hired. You can see a lot of these are senior first officers. Not many juniors, because this is a harder airline to get into, so probably takes a while to get there. That's crazy though. 807 flights. That's some grinding for sure. Cool. Let's look up Frontier. It'd be one of the ones I'm gonna try to go to. Days since last contract start until new offers, 4 days. So I think maybe tomorrow they'll give me some new contracts. Maybe we'll stay with Air Malta. Maybe we'll go somewhere else if we get something new. If we get something better, then maybe we'll go over there. All right. Not many over here for Frontier. Looks like most senior is Miles Johnson with 127 flights, 244 hours. Giovanni Cruz and 750 pilots, it looks like. They still fly to TJBQ, which is Aguadilla. That's where I got my private pilot check right now. Cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, we'll see what kind of jobs will give me, or what kind of airlines will give me a job. Oh, no, do not quit. Let's go back to the flight. It's starting to get dark outside. Alright, we'll be starting our descent here in the next 10 minutes or so. You can kind of see the clouds over there, that those storms starting to build up a little bit. Right now it's staying away from the airport, so that might be a good thing. However, it is going to be right along the approach path, so that might be concerning. Right now it's holding off. It's actually being blown towards the east, so that's a good thing. It should stay clear of it. I wonder if we can see the Vatican. I'm sure we can see the Vatican from up here. cool. Roger, we'll expect a Latina 3 Bravo, a 16 left for Air Malta 612. Six left, Latina 3 Bravo. So yep, we have the right approach in. So let's go ahead and put in the weather here. 160 at 7. Temperature is 18 degrees. Dew point is 16, so it's pretty close together. That's explaining the marginal VFR 1008. Pressure is dropping. And then the ILS for whiskey is 200 feet. Well, we're over Italy now. There's Rome to our left. All these pilot deviations. Okay, well, we got a call when we're ready for descent, so I guess we can just follow what's... Come on, we're gonna do it anyways. Alright. Down with 160, we'll turn on the seatbelt signs. And ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that the seatbelt signs have been turned on. We ask that you kindly return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. And you may have noticed we also begun our initial descent into Rome. We'll be on the ground here in the next 20 minutes or so. We ask that you help prepare the cabin for arrival by fastening those seatbelt signs. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival. Kind of beautiful. Did we come into Rome last time with it at night? Or was it during the day? I think it was during the day. It's quite nice seeing the night lighting. It's very pretty. Alrighty, green dot's slipping away from us, so let's go ahead and bring out a little bit of speed brakes. We're actually flying right over the field right now. I wonder if we can see it. Yeah, I can't see it. It's sort of right over it. Should be to our nose. Just oh, actually, it's part of the runway. Actually, yeah. Alright, let's approach checklist. Let's go ahead and brief up this approach.
Contact Roman arrivals 125.5 Air Malta 612.
Alright, localized frequency 108.1, ISL, our approach course 129, between glide slope intercept altitude 2,500. Airport elevation is 14, runway elevation is 14.
QNH
Cool, so we got ILS Whiskey, and then we got the Subak transition, and then miss approach to proceed on 159, runway heading, climbing to 4,000. Then at 450 feet, not before the threshold though, we'll turn left at 200 knots to intercept and follow the 172 Champagne VOR. Maintain 2,000 until 15 DME, and then climb in order to cross 10 DME at 3,000 and 4,000. That's a really annoying missed approach procedure, but we'll go ahead and comply with that. We got a Champagne VOR. We'll go ahead and put a radial 172 on there. We'll go ahead and do, sure we have it on there. And we got it, cool, all on there. So pretty much we'll fly out, fly runway heading, and at 450 feet, after passing the threshold, we'll turn left, intercept that radial, climb at 2,000, then at 15 DME, we'll climb to 3,000 to meet that at 10 DME. Okay. Then we got Suvok, Maven, Oxeru at 2,500, and then we'll get our missed approach, or excuse me, our final approach will be at 2,500 glide slope intercept altitude. So we have the required visibility. Okay, cool. Flight plan's looking good. The person say the altimeter setting was 1011. Which 1010? Approach checklist.
Barrow ref.
1008, set and checked.
1013, set. Seatbelts.
On. On.
Minimum.
300 feet, set and checked. Set and checked.
1008, set. Passing 17,400. Auto brake. Now.
Set and checked.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist completed.
Okay. Almost there, passing through 17,000 now. We should be getting our next altitude assignment here in the next couple minutes. And then we'll just follow this line all the way to our final approach pretty much. We should be at 220 knots, which we
1,000 to go.
There it is. 140.
Descend to flight level 140, Air Malta 612.
Got a couple of planes on the approach here. However, I'm not seeing them on my radar. Do you have TARA enabled? We do have our transponder on.
1,000 to go.
Descend to flight level 090, Air Malta 612.
Oh, okay. We'll put that back to... won't start configuring the flaps until probably on the final approach there. Radar's still looking pretty good. You can kind of see me that thunderstorm towards the east over there. It's out of our way. I can see some kind of vertical development on that cloud right there. Some of these puffier clouds, but should be fine. It doesn't seem too bad. Feet. Flight attendants, please take your seats for landing. Alright.
1,000 to go.
Checked. 1,000 to go. Keep our speed up. We don't want to slow down here. The airplane wants to slow down. Airplane heading towards me. They're 2,022. Please tell me to descend. Alright, please tell me to descend. I can't. Come on, air traffic control. Now I gotta dive it down, man.
Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1008, Air Malta 612.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked.
Do flaps 1 here.
Flaps 1.
Should help with our descent. Bro, I'm going down to 3,000. Because I think these guys are going to screw me over. Because then I have to slow down too.
Descend to 4,000 feet, Malta 612.
Check speed.
Cleared direct Suvok, cross Suvok at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS Whiskey runway 16 left, Air Malta 612.
Cool. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Gear down. We're just gonna take the gear down
Gear
and
down.
get us down here. Little unorthodox to get the gear down this early, but I need to. I need to slow down and I need to dive down, so we need to hurry up here. I don't want to be unstabilized either. Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Alright, we're crossing Suvok at or above 4,000. We're clear for the approach. ILS Whiskey 16 left. So far, approach path seems clear of any thunderstorms. Flaps full.
Speed checked. Flaps full.
I still don't see the airfield. I'm sure it will light up as soon as... There's probably that patch of dark right in front of the highway. It's probably around right there. Or might be where that...
Radar altimeter alive.
Checked. I like the little haze by the strobe light, showing the moisture. That's pretty cool. Go ahead and arm the localizer. I'm going really slow right now. Well, I did that so I can catch up and I wasn't unstabilized coming on the approach. Alright. We are coming up into some IMC, so we won't see the runway until we climb descend below these clouds here. Localizer's coming alive. Lock star. Approach mode set. Glide slope armed. Glide slope is alive. Nice. I like that. That's realistic right there. Localizer is captured. This approach altitude set to 2000. Glide slope 1 knot. We are configured. Let's land this baby. Looking for the approach lighting systems. Glide slope start.
Over to tower 127.625 near Malta 612.
A little bit of rain.
Tower Air Malta 612.
Glide slope captured. Alright, landing checklist. Landing checklist.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue. Set and check.
Landing checklist completed.
Alright. I have control. Well, it's raining now. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, minimum is 300. Airport elevation is 14, so we can go down 114 feet if we see the approach lighting systems. Alright, I see the runway. We can continue. Check. A little bit of a cross one.
1000.
The rain stopped. Just a little bit laggy.
Approaching.
Let the airplane fly itself while the lag
left.
stabilizes. Checked. Autopilot off.
500.
Checked.
Above. Minima.
Continue.
takeoff.
A little bit rough, sorry.
Spoilers.
I had like a
Reverse
downdraft
screen
there a
decel.
second. I'm not sure what happened there at the last minute there, but it like pitched down like crazy. I'll probably get a better review on that landing. Keep it rolling. Manual brake-ins released. I'm definitely gonna get a bad review on that. It felt good. I don't know what
70
happened at the
knots.
end there. It just kind of like sank, or the nose dropped. All right.
Exit right at Delta Hotel, Air Malta 612.
Runway 25, cleared for takeoff. Trans 8 in H for Alpha.
I'm a little disappointed that landing. I could have gotten it better there, but it just slipped out of me. Like, I don't know. I should have kept my back pressure in. That was my bad.
Ground 122.125, Air Malta 612.
We'll keep it rolling here. And hopefully we get the same gate.
Air Malta 612, request taxi to company gate.
Air Malta 612, gate 307, taxi via Delta Hotel, Delta Echo Golf Hotel.
Gate 307 via Delta Hotel, Delta Echo Golf Hotel, Air Malta 612.
Skyalps 1915.
Echo Golf Hotel. So we're on Echo Golf at the moment, are we? 07 is on the... Okay, so it should be straight in. Sweet. Easy. Right now we are on Delta, and then we'll turn onto Echo Golf. So keep this all the way down at Delta Echo Golf. So yeah, it's going to be a longer taxi like last time, unfortunately. So let's keep that ground speed up to 30 is our max company speed. So let's bring that up to 30, then we can maximize our speed here. I don't even want to see what my landing rate was. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I got that one stolen from me. Oof. Yeah. 500. I feel like that landing got stolen from me, man. Look at the planes departing at night. That is beautiful. Look at that. Wow. The lights look amazing right now. Coincidence, whenever the computer is performing well, I got good frame rates and everything, I get a good landing. But when it's not, is when I get bad landings. Coincidence? I think not. But we got it on the ground. It's fine. We just have to do a hard landing inspection. We're probably gonna get some XP taken off for that, but it's fine. The Air Italia is about to take off here in a little bit. Look at the city lights reflecting off the clouds too. That is really pretty. There's the Air Italia taking off. And with the water being thrown up, that's cool. Alright, not much longer left here. Gate time was planned to be at 9:25. It is currently 9:13, so we are early. I think the stream is starting to lag a little bit. Well, it's a good thing the stream's about to end, so. I think Mediana's still taking a nap, to be honest. Taxi light off. Okay, we're gonna have to kind of angle ourselves here, square it off. Probably use some differential braking and thrust here. Why do the marshals just disappear? I don't understand.
Ryanair 9 Kilo Juliet at gate 303. Request pushback and engine start. Ryanair 9 Kilo Juliet.
Alright, parking brakes set. And APU blade can come on. Engine's switched off. Cool. Below 10. Seatbelts can come off. This is the last flight of the night, so let's secure the aircraft. Alright, parking checklist. Parking checklist. If he's gonna give me a power, I'm not gonna deal with it today.
Parking brake or chocks.
Set and checked.
Engines.
Off.
Wing lights.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking checklist completed.
Okay, securing the aircraft checklist.
Oxygen.
Off.
Emergency exit lights.
Off.
EFBs.
Off.
Batteries.
Off.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm
Securing
not.
the aircraft checklist completed.
Alright. Good flight. The landing was definitely hard, but we'll be fine. It'll just take some points off my flight. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we'd like to welcome you to Rome. Current time is 9:16. We Thank you for flying with us today. We hope to see you again soon. Flight attendants, the cabin is secure. You are free to commence deboarding. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Wow, it is laggy. Let's go ahead and take a look at... Shut up. Take a look at our payout on this flight. And I think we already have the next one loaded up. Nope, this is it. Okay, so let's look at the flight report. Oh, I'm gonna get a bad grade on it. Yeah, I got a bad grade on it. Not my best flight. I got a 90%. Looks like during the taxi out I went over 30 knots. So I got -3 points on that. Bad landing. So not every landing's gonna be a good one. So bad landing. So that gave me 90 points. XP 72. So it is what it is. Let's look at. So we landed on the first third, which is important. That's what makes this legal. We landed in center line, which is good. 0 bounces, which if we would have bounced, which I think we were about to bounce, I would have gone around. But it was good though. Yeah, just the landing rate. You just need to come in a little bit, flare a little bit better there. We came in and then we just kind of let the nose drop, and then that's what caused the hard landing. So, other than that, that's good. What was the total block time? Hour and 32. So I'll get an hour and 32 of pay. So let's submit that, and it should automatically load up the next one, which will be our return leg back to Malta, and then from there we can finally start going to Catania. Alright. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate your support as always, and we'll see you again on the next one. Well, looks like they turned off the airplane for me. Alright, see ya.